Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Club 38. This is episode 3. Of course, I am Allie Gale, and I am joined by the one and only Kate Gaming.
Hello there. We got a big week this week. Oh, like, not even just one news, not two, not three, but like four big updates, I would say. At least. I don't even know how many
Oh,
updates.
at least
I skim
this
stuff.
is,
I don't even know how many updates are in that third forum post. I
it
know at
was like
least
Christmas
two.
morning.
Yeah, there's a
Um,
lot.
but of course, before we get into the show, as always, if you would like to catch us live, we do record on Kate's channel, K8 gaming underscore on Twitch. So you could, of course, check us out there. And then we also record on um, Spotify, my YouTube channel at Alligal on YouTube, and also Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, and then so the live stream is Tuesdays around 9 p.m. Eastern. Kind of like when we get set up. We hit the start button.
Yes. And of course, we also have our Discord channel. Feel free to join that. It's pinned here in the chat. So if you are joining on YouTube or whatever, I will have that over there. And
Yeah, you could probably put that in the description or something. We could probably do that on the, I don't know how Spotify or the
the big
Apple
thing is it
Podcasts
keeps
work.
changing.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. We'll
If
figure it
we
out.
had if we had a permanent one, I would totally do that, but it just changes every like couple days.
I think there's a way for a permanent one, but we'd probably have to ask somebody else because I don't know how to do that. But we have so much to talk to today. You had a whole episode
I
planned
did. I
out.
had this whole episode around like the 300th character, the GOAT Quickie, and just talking about GAC and the Omicron or the Datacrons and see how, the planning went and how did SLKR and Dark Ray hold up in 5v5. And then about an hour before we went live, or 2 hours now at this
I don't
point,
even think it was 2 hours before.
it all changed. Like
Oh,
I was
it
like,
says two
there
hours
goes
ago
that
on
whole
the post.
episode.
I am corrected. It says 2 hours ago.
So that whole episode is now being changed, and we're flying off the edge of our seats.
And trying to digest everything these posts said because I feel like when usually we're talking about these posts, we're talking about them with the scoundrels on Thursdays if we're joining them. So you still have like a couple days usually to digest this. We're like, I was
Yes.
like, did you read this? It's just like I've skimmed this. I didn't have time to sit down and really read it, but we're gonna go through it. I
Yeah,
got
and
the three posts up. I don't think we'll read all of them word for word, but we'll at least let's switch to that screen. We'll at least scroll through the important parts.
we'll highlight them for everybody.
Yeah,
This one is probably my favorite of the two kits. I mean, I really do like Kit's kit or Kix's kit. This one is, I really like this one though.
so, what was your first impression like when you? I mean, today is not the first day we've heard of Maz Kanata come into the game. So, what was your first impression when you heard Maz Kanata's
I
come into
didn't
the
like
game?
it. I
Really?
was like, Maz, really? Her? Why? And then as I got to like get this lore and everything, I was like, I guess she's not the worst. At least she's like a credible character from, a movie
Yeah,
with more than 2 minutes of screen time.
yeah.
Um, how about you? What were your thoughts on it?
I was excited because obviously they're trying to build two pirate teams. So, having Maz a part of one of them, I was actually very excited about. So, that was my first impression. Her kit I thought was pretty interesting. I was able to read her kit fully. Kix's kit got the short end of the stick because this was the second. But we're gonna go through Maz's kit first. So
The one thing I was shocked here for it was right there on the categories, the unaligned force user. I did not think she was force sensitive.
I think she's force sensitive, but I think it said it at the bottom. It's like she's force sensitive. I don't. How did they word it? They worded it somehow. Where is it? I remember reading it and being like, "Oh, that makes sense." Oh my goodness, I'm not gonna be able to find it because there's so much here.
A
I'm not
lot.
gonna be able to find it. It's in here somewhere. Oh, no, no. Here it is. While she does have the unaligned Force user tag for thematic reasons, she is a non Jedi Force wielder, fully demonstrated in the High Republic comics. She is first and foremost a pirate leader and will find the most success as such. So,
I never read the comics.
I am not a comic person either, so I don't know anything about the comics. So, all right, let's see. So we got Maz Kanata. She's light side, obviously. Categories are coming in as leader support, pirate, scoundrel, smuggler, unaligned force user, and then Order 66 raid. I'm not surprised by anything here. I was a little surprised
Nope.
she's a leader. I guess not.
I kind of figured they were gonna do that. I with me not having a leader, I kind of figured they would do that and then Hondo. And then you kind of are
Yeah.
forced to get both.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, so then she's also going to be utilizing the new stealing mechanic. She's going to give profit to her enemies, setting up unique ways to steal this profit from them with her special, and by critting enemies, uncaps profit for herself and pirate allies. So that's going to be the big focus of her kit is profit. But like that's all the pirates. So they're all revolving around this new mechanic, which I think is pretty interesting. It'll be interesting to see how this actually works out. You know what I mean?
I really am enjoying that theft ability though. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I do like that. Okay, and then for best performance, focus on stealing as much stacks of profit as you can to take advantage of the uncapped profit. Their recommendation is a speed set and a health set. I agree with the speed set because you're trying to steal the like do all the stealing stuff. But when I read through her kit, I was actually wondering if you would be better off having some potency in here instead, because there is a death mark mechanic, and then there was something else where I was like, oh, that would I think it was on her basic. Yeah, the healing immunity and pins.
Yes.
So I was thinking, I was like, she might be a little bit better off with some potency there instead of the health. But
I could see, or maybe just high potency secondary.
yeah, either that or it's like you have a health set and just get like her a potency cross. Like a potency primary cross. I think that'd be fine. Just a little something because you're going to want the death mark to land.
Speed arrow, potency cross.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so she's going to come through Conquest. So she's our next Conquest unit. This is where I found interesting. Is
This news
Maz
was
required
interesting.
for Galactic Legend Hondo? Nope. She is not unlockable until after he goes live. So we're getting a Hondo within the next 3.5 months. And we only have
That
one
was,
set of requirements, I think.
I thought this was going to be our whole episode or part of the news because I had it mapped out for news first. I was like, okay, we'll talk about how Hondo is going to be live in 3 months.
Yeah.
And then the next part came out and I was like, oh my God.
It's crazy. It's like, so, okay, so Hondo's going to be here before we unlock Maz. So Maz is coming in 3.5 months. So Honda's coming before that, which I am not ready for at all. But
On my big account, I have all of his requirements done and I have the good old Quiggy at R5.
yeah, I'm not that ready. I'm definitely not that ready.
That did burn all of my material though, so I'm trying to slowly recoup that quickly.
Yeah. All right, so is she his conquest lifter? Maz and Hondo are meant to be leaders of two separate pirate squads. Smee works well as a conquest lifter for pirates. Interesting, because I think we all thought Smee was not going to be the conquest lifter.
I believe they specifically said that too.
Oh, they did?
I'm pretty sure. I'd have to look through the news, but I want to say that he was mentioned not to really be a lifter for anybody.
Interesting. That's going to be definitely interesting.
Although I do find that he is a lifter for Afra.
Yeah, that makes sense because I know people have been using him in, well, not yet, but
Him and Quiggold are
yeah.
kind of slotted into that Afra team right now.
Yeah. I have heard about that. Haven't seen any, like, we just unlocked them, so I'm sure we'll see some of it in this next GAC round. All right, which pirates will go with which leader? We're excited to see what iterations you all come up with. But internally, we liked using the Force Awakens adjacent pirates with Maz, those being Athano, Quiggled, and Kix. And the pirates from Skeleton Crew, Brutus, Bane, and Captain Silvo. 3 new character announcements in this post, too.
I mean, that was kind of announced a little bit ago when they announced the upcoming pirates.
I thought they only announced Kix.
They did the 6 of them, and then
Oh, they
they
did?
announced
Then I missed the other 3.
Maz.
I missed the other 3 then. I was like, wait a minute. Okay, so I feel like I knew about Brutus, I think. I still am so behind on Skeleton Crew, so
Yeah,
guess I gotta watch
him
that.
and Brutus was like that big wolf guy, and Vane was the one that really wanted to get Captain Silvo and the rest of the crew.
Okay. I guess I'll have to watch it before they're released. And
It
then
was pretty
obvious
good.
yeah, I keep hearing that. I'll watch it one day. And then obviously we can use Maz in the Order 66 raid. And then what's with all the anti-Sith? Pirates, especially Honda, have always been a fun headache for Jedi and Sith alike, and Sith especially are some extremely strong counters right now, so we enjoyed the opportunity to lean into this thematic. I
So
think this
right
is a
there,
direct
that's
hit at Bane. This is a
I
direct
was
hit at
going
Bane.
to say, I remember a couple weeks ago you made a guess
Mhm.
that this was going to be anti-Sith to counter Bane. This
Yeah.
was straight out of you a couple weeks ago.
Well, they had an anti-Sith mechanic, and I want to say when we were talking about Athano,
Mhm.
was it Athano or Quiggle? One of them. One of
It
them
was
had an anti-Sith thing in it.
Quiggold.
It had to have been because I don't think we were starting yet when Athano was released. So yeah, it had to be Quiggled, and it was probably last week actually.
Let me check Quiggold really quickly. He's right here.
Because there's like one line in the kit that says something about anti-Sith, and but you think about it, Bane's a counter for everything.
He is. And yes, Quiggold right here is Buccaneer. Double if the enemy target is Sith, blah blah blah.
Okay, so yeah, I personally think that is a line purposely to stop Bane from countering this team.
Which I love. I love that they're like, okay, we're gonna come out with this new GL. And of course Bane counters everything. The guy's
He
a
counters
GL
GLs, yeah.
without
Like a
being a
2-man
GL.
team. It's crazy.
And we're gonna ixnay Bane already.
Yeah. Well, not even that. It's just more of like I think people would be pissed off if you unlock this GL and Bane can counter it. Like Bane counters Ahsoka if you don't have Ezra in it. So, and a lot of times Ezra is going to be with Rey, especially with the current combo, which is the Rey Ben, not Rey Ben, Rey, Ezra, and
Mhm.
Barriss with the Barriss Kron. So, like
Which is
my
just
Ahsoka's hanging
ridiculous.
out with just like everybody but Ezra because my Ezra is with the Rey team. So,
I don't have the Barris crown on my big account, so
yeah, well, Queen Amidala demolishes it. Demolishes it with if you use the 3 of them, so the Queen Amidala Pow and Master Qui-Gon, and then you use Bad Batch Echo and Yoda, and
okay.
then use the
Grandmaster.
Krennic, yeah, Grandmaster Yoda, and then use the Krennicron with it, de- demolishes the Rey team. And like, if you can't get them out in the one shot, you will at a minimum still get out Barriss and Ezra, which is massive. So that's
Yeah.
my only right with that.
Okay, might have to take that off defense.
Oh, I took Queen Amidala off defense. She annihilates a Rey with Ezra and Barriss with the Barriss Kron.
Oh, that's great to know. I'm pulling her off D.
Oh, it's tons of fun. They go down like so quick, it's crazy. But going back to Maz, she already has some known issues, um, mainly dealing with Special 2. So, actually, it has a note. Ability text in game will be different for Special 2 regarding the following: Special 2 Maz doesn't steal profit from all opponents in mirror match in Grand Arena when Special 2 is used. And Special 2 ability does not properly state that the profit stacks stolen are only from profit stacks Maz inflicts on enemies. So the below text is the accurate description that will be updated in the game in the following update. I didn't even notice she was in the game yet, if I'm being honest, so I didn't even look. So, alright, so her basic, this is where my idea with the potency was coming in. Because on her basic, if the target enemy is... So, actually, I should just read the whole thing. We're going to end up going through all the kits. So much for skimming. Alright, so the final text is deal special damage to target enemy and inflict them with healing immunity and pinned for 1 turn. If target enemy is Sith, healing immunity and pinned cannot be evaded or resisted. So this is why I was thinking maybe like having a potency cross in here. Like not potency set, but at least a potency primary. So.
And this right here stops Bane.
Yeah.
Healing immunity on a basic.
Yeah.
That extends Bane because he usually he takes a big hit and then you get all that health right back.
Mm-hmm.
With that immunity, you're done.
And I don't remember what pinned is, if I'm being honest, so I'm sure that's something anti-Bane. But you're looking it up now, aren't you?
I am. Can't gain bonus turn meter and it has minus 25% speed.
Okay, so a hit on Bane also. So, yeah. Alright, special 1, Eyes Everywhere. Dispel all debuffs on all pirates and smuggler allies if all allies were pirates, and if there are no Galactic Legend allies at the start of the battle, call all pirates allies to assist, dealing 40% less damage, and they gain 50% turn meter and have their cooldowns reduced by 1. So this is definitely keeping her separate from Hondo and establishing that separate team, I think.
Absolutely, because that stops her from going with NAGL.
Okay, then we have Special 2, Keeper of Secrets. And just so people know, we're kind of going through this pretty quick because there's so much more than just this. We still have kicks and we still have another forum post. So if we're not going into as much detail as you would like, that's because there's a lot to cover and we like to be in bed by like 10:30. So,
yes.
Or I like to be in bed by 10:30.
I have a test I have to take tomorrow for my teaching certificate, so...
Oh, no.
It's like a 4-hour test.
Oh, geez. All right,
yeah.
so we'll go through this. All right, so then this one's a little bit more lengthy of a description. So for this special, Maz deals stealth, reset its duration and grants it to all non-tank pirate allies, and she steals 1 stack of profit that she granted to enemies from each enemy until the end of the encounter. If all allies are pirates and there are no Galactic Legend allies at the start of the battle, inflict all enemies with 3 stacks of exposed for 2 turns, and the target enemy's cooldowns are increased by 1. That's crazy right off the rip. So, just keeping that in mind because it gets even crazier, I feel like.
I do like that it's a grand arena.
Yes, yes. Which makes me kind of wonder. Alright, I'll keep that thought in my head for now. So, this attack can't be evaded or resisted while in grand arenas, and there are no Galactic Legend allies. If all allies were pirates at the start of the battle, Maz steals an additional stack of profit that she granted to enemies from each enemies until the end of the encounter, and all enemies have their cooldowns increased by 1 instead. And then, if target enemy had lost all 5 stacks of profit given from Maz, death mark them until the end of the encounter, which can't be copied or dispelled. If the enemy already had death mark, set the target enemy to 100 max health until the end of the encounter. If target enemy was a Galactic Legend, inflict them with armor shred instead, which can't be dispelled until the end of the encounter. So keep that in mind because there is another clause in here about death mark.
So the big thing here is Deathmark being a Grand Arena thing. So although she is giving out Deathmark, it's Grand Arena only.
Yeah.
So going into Conquest with that Deathmark feat, you won't be able to use her there.
Yeah, that is definitely really important. Okay, then we have the unique one, Ancient Wisdom. The maximum cap for profit effects is removed for Maz Kanata at the start of the battle, and if all allies were pirate, Maz gains 100% counter chance and 75% crit chance until the end of the battle, and 20% max health and max protection until the first time she is defeated. If there were no Galactic Legend pirates at the start of the battle, at the start of Maz's first turn each encounter, grant all non pirate enemies 5 stacks of profit, which can't be prevented until the end of the encounter. And that happens. That's not for Grand Arena only, that's everywhere.
That's everywhere, yeah.
Okay, then grant all non. Wait, no. Did I just read that one? I think I did. No, I didn't. I don't remember. Well, we're going to read it again. Grant all non-pirate enemies 5 stacks of profit, which can't be prevented until the end of the encounter. Whenever Maz critically hits an enemy, she steals a stack of profit from that enemy until the end of the encounter. Whenever an enemy loses all 5 stacks of profit, Maz gains a bonus turn. So that's important to remember too. When they lose all 5 stacks of profit, Maz gets a bonus turn. So
Um,
this, yep.
Real quick before we move on, there was a question in the chat. Marshmallow, even though there are a lot of anti-Bane details, do you think more people would run C-Bane to counter? I do not think you want to run that because of her basic blocks the healing, and that could be very, very detrimental to Bane.
I don't think you're going to want to run any Sith versus this team. Just in general, no Sith. I mean, it's got so many anti-Sith mechanics in it. So, I don't think we're going to use Sith at all here. I mean, I say that and then watch C counters this team. Because that's just what happens.
Watch.
It
I
happens
could
every
see like
time.
a Leia being a
Yeah.
good counter or something, but you're gonna want to keep C-Bane away from this.
Yeah, that's what I think. Okay, so then while in Grand Arenas and there are no Galactic Legend allies, Maz gains 5% mastery whenever she gains a stack of profit for the rest of the encounter. Whenever an enemy loses a stack of profit given from Maz, they also lose 5% offense, stacking max 25%, and 5 speed, stacking max 25 until the end of the battle. Whenever a pirate ally inflicts any debuff on their turn, they deal true damage to all enemies once per turn. This damage can't defeat them. So, definitely interesting mechanics going on here.
I don't think Quiggle or Athano had that permanent uh like losing 5% offense stacking
I
every
don't
time
think they
that
did.
they had profit.
Yeah, I don't think they did. Oh my goodness, her leader is very long, but at least it's the end. All right, leader, Pirate Queen. At the start of each encounter, and if there were no Galactic Legend allies, all pirate and smuggler allies are immune to fear, and they gain foresight for 1 turn. That's incredible.
That's gonna ixnay Darth Revan and any Malgus team,
Any Sith
Malik,
Empire.
any
Any
Sith,
Sith
yeah.
Empire. Whenever Maz gains a stack of profit, all other pirates allies gain 1 stack of profit until the end of the encounter. Whenever a pirate ally with Retribution uses a basic ability, they ignore the enemy's protection. Whenever an enemy attacks at a turn, all pirate allies gain 5% turn meter. What were you going to say?
I like that they ignore the enemy's protection.
I do
I
like
really
that.
like that.
Yeah. And then we have, if there were no Galactic Legend enemies at the start of the battle, if there is an enemy... Wait, I gotta reread this to take it in. If there were no Galactic Legend enemies at the start of the battle, if there is an enemy Sith, pirate allies take reduced damage from percent health effects, and whenever they target an enemy Sith with an ability, they deal 300% more damage, ignoring protection. And at the start of each Sith's enemy's turn, all pirates gain foresight for 1 turn. Okay, that's your Bane mechanic again.
Right there.
That is making it so you're not gonna take Bane against this team at all. I say that now and watch it.
300% more damage, ignore protection.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Without being able to get health back
That's crazy.
off a basic, that's nuts.
Oh my goodness. All right, then while in Grand Arenas and there are no Galactic Legend allies, pirate allies gain 30% max health and max protection and 30 speed. Whenever a pirate ally scores a crit hit, they gain 5% tenacity stacking until the end of the encounter. If a pirate ally is instantly defeated by a non Galactic Legend enemy, cat, that enemy is death marked for 1 turn, which cannot be copied, dispelled, or prevented. If a pirate ally uses an ability on their turn against an enemy with this death mark, they instantly defeat them. That's crazy.
If there are no galactic legend enemies at the start of battle, it's removed on this ability.
So if they're like example, if they're defeated by cat, because cat is a non-galactic legend enemy, cat
Right.
is then death marked for 1 turn, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. If a pirate ally, well, then you still have the whatchamacallit on her. I forget what
Yeah,
it's called.
she goes to
The
damage immunity.
yes, damage immunity. So maybe it wouldn't work with her. I'm trying to think of other enemies that would instantly defeat. There's not many characters with the instant
Nihilus.
defeat. Yeah, another Sith, yeah.
A lot of Sith counters here, so definitely keep Treya and them away.
Yeah. The condition
Cat.
of no Galactic Legend enemies at the start of the battle is removed on this ability.
I mean, if you count GLs, there's Jabba.
Aoi has a good point. Instant defeat goes through damage immunity. So it would take out Cat.
There goes your
You're not
Kenobi's.
going to be jam getting this, I guess, then. I mean, unless you.
I think I would stay away with Luke on this too, because all those healing immunities on that Luke team could be super detrimental.
Yeah. It'll definitely be interesting to see. Mando Disintegrate, that's considered an insta kill. Yeah, the Jedi Knight Cal, that's an insta defeat. Yep.
And everyone, make sure you brush up those Leias because
Yeah, so this is gonna stop your JML Cal counter as well. Well, the only thing with that is it would take them a while to get to Cal's instant defeat. So, I mean, they
yeah,
could work
Kenobi's is
around it.
way quicker.
Because Cat, like,
Because
so you're going against it on defense. That's Cat's, like, first move. She always does it.
and then she can't use it until everybody takes a turn. So you're kind of safe until it gets around to her again, and by then she's gonna insta kill and be
But
death
by the
marked
time she
herself.
gets death marked, well, she should get it right away because it's going to go Kenobi does his third to Cat. Cat'll insta kill. But then Cat is going to get death mark. But then Maz should get a bonus turn, I think. The way I'm at least understanding her kit.
The way it's when it is instantly defeated, so it would take a couple turns for her to be able to do that. The enemy is death marked for 1 turn, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented.
There's definitely a lot here that is trying to eliminate some of the bigger counters in the game. But I'm excited.
Again, I'm seeing a lot of Leia beating this team because there's no
But you think about it, like Leia is actually a big counter nowadays for other teams. So you're gonna have to figure out how to handle these other teams. It's gonna come down to you're gonna have to like prioritize. But then, do you think this team is really going to be a defensive? Like, are you gonna put this team on defense? I would think you would want it on offense.
I'd probably put it on offense just because I don't know what counters it. So I don't know if it would be an easy counter to say like, yeah, this might even take out Lord Vader and the clones.
I think you could still use JML on this because Cal's instant defeat is not going to happen right away. And then you can just coin, and quite frankly, it's probably going to go away pretty quick. But on the flip side, if you use this on offense, I think this could take out quite a few higher power teams.
That's my thought too. Um, and then you could actually save Leia for another big team and way more options available.
Definitely going to be interesting to see how this all pans out, that's for sure. So there we go. Next conquest character is Maz Kanata. And then we have Kix.
This one I really like. I do like Kix's kit a lot.
I am so excited just to have Kix. I
it,
love clone troopers. I think they're just awesome. I love them.
I love that he's got the clone trooper tag too. That's not something I expected out of it.
No, I didn't either. I did not expect that at all. But I'm really excited. I actually really enjoyed Kix's character. I believe he was on Clone Wars for a couple episodes. Really liked
He
him
was
there.
one of the ones that started to go crazy, I believe.
I just have a soft spot for clone troopers. Like, Rex is my favorite character in the game. Actually, no, not in the game, because I have some fun with, like, I like Candyman in the game. Just
Mm.
just funny. But like, Rex is probably one of my favorite characters, like, in Star Wars, and he's a
Uh,
clone.
mine mine is my girl Leia. On my channel, we all know that she's our flagship character.
I think everybody likes Leia, but I actually have.
I mean, how many of these Swago fans are like, you and I, where they idolize her because of what she represents?
That's true. That's true. But all right, let's see. We got Kix, and Kix is light side. They could have made some of these characters like neutral. Just saying.
I gotta say, I was surprised that Kix is meant for the Athano team. It was supposed to be, if Maz's kit was right, Athano, um,
Quiggled and Kix.
Quiggy, Kix. So I wasn't expecting a light side. I was expecting a ton of dark, and then Maz and Kix both come out light.
I I don't know. I think they'd probably just be all better off neutral. Like, when I think of a pirate, I think of neutral because they're just in it for themselves. Like, they don't care if you're light side, dark side. They're in it for themselves. Like, if you're a pirate, to me, you're neutral because you just don't
Yar,
care.
you
You're
got
there
that
for your
right,
profit,
Marshmallow.
and that's it. Maz definitely
Marshmallow
leans
be
more
right.
light side though. Thought
Agreed.
Kix was a clone. Kix was a clone. So Kix was a clone back in Clone Wars. He was, I believe, in Anakin's 501st. He was the medic clone. But then he kind of got, like, lost. And then I didn't know this part. He joined up with what do they call it? The Crimson Corsair, which is the Athana, Quiggled, somebody else in there. Can't remember the name. I looked it up last week. But
Good old Quiggy.
there's a fourth one in there. So they kind of all band together. So, I mean, yeah. So he's a healer.
All right.
And then it's going to be the main healer for the Captain Athano and Maz Kanata team. Which makes sense because they're bringing over, he was a healer, like the clone medic, back when he was like a regular clone trooper with the 501st. So that makes sense. All right, so his key attributes said the main healer steals healing buffs from enemies and distributes them to allies. Has a revival mechanic for pirate allies. I think that's awesome. And
That
new
is
Endor
amazing.
buff.
I love that he revives them.
Yes, I do love that. I think it's gonna be so cool. I'm like
There's not a
actually
whole
really
lot of
excited
revival
for
tunes.
this pirate team.
You know what? I gotta say, at first I wasn't. I was like, pirates, this is lame. But now that Kix and Maz is here, I am so excited for this.
I'm curious to see how it just all works out with all this stealing and like they're all stealing. Like, it's
I think
gonna be
I think we
interesting.
kind of owe CG a little bit of an apology. Like, they took a lot of crap from us, and now it's like Okay, Kix is awesome. Maz is really cool.
Yeah, so we'll see. The short story, The Crimson Corsair and the Lost Treasure of Count Dooku, was where we are reintroduced to the character Kix. He is the titular lost treasure, having been trapped in stasis for almost 50 years. Kix was a clone lost in time and without purpose, but Athana was there to take him on as part of his pirate crew. Kix was a clone medic for Skywalker's 501st, so it made sense to keep him as a healer and have healing and revives be part of his kit. So yeah, that all makes sense. I don't know anything about like it's
Outside of
comics.
like,
I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything outside of the Clone Wars. So
I watched Clone Wars. I saw Kix in there.
I know I did too. I liked his couple episodes. I think he was in, or maybe he was in one. I enjoyed it. That's all I know. All right, strategy tips. As a pirate, Kix uses profit for bonuses and to fuel his abilities. Assuming there are no buffs to steal, starting off battles with your special one lets Kix gain 5 stacks of profit to use however he wants. Maximize Kix's healing with strategic profit usage. The more profit he has, the more he heals. Kix heals a lot with his basic ability, so call him to assist whenever you need healing. And then his recommended mod set is speed and health. So I feel like that makes sense.
That definitely makes sense.
Okay, then how do you unlock Kix? Kix will be available as a marquee event starting on the 29th of July. So a couple days. Well,
Next week.
a week. Hope it more than a couple. Why does I thought this was really interesting and might be foreshadowing something. Why does he not have the 501st tag? This is very specifically Kix as he was in the Force Awakens time frame. He wears the blue colored Phase 1 armor and has the tattered green cape. If we were to make a Kix as part of a General Skywalker squad in the future, we would make sure his look fit in with the other 4 501st clones. I wonder if they would bring in Kix as a lifter to the 501st.
It sounds like they don't want to discredit it. I mean, that's kind of their out for everything, right? Just, yeah, you never know.
But it could just also be a simple explanation of like, why does he not look like 501st? I don't know. I don't really think they needed to explain why he doesn't have a 501st tag because you're going with a very specific Kix. So
Yeah, I think they could have just left that and been like, yeah, that's because because,
but if they want
this
to
time
add
frame.
Kix to the 501st, I am all for it. You really think
Uh,
about it, like they really don't have a healer in their team.
they really don't outside, like, the whole point is just to get the turn meter going and get gas back up.
Yeah. I mean, Allie's saying Rex, but eh.
Rex isn't like a healer though.
Well,
They
the
don't have
Captain
like a
Rex, so
legit.
the other captain, not the regular Rex, the Captain Rex, who was the later ad.
Yeah, he's not like a huge healer though. And I generally use C-Rex with the Phoenix Squad.
Well, Allie's saying, have you ever used Captain Rex with gas fiber first? Gas never drops protection. He heals the team a ton. I actually really haven't used him with. That's
I
interesting.
use them with the Phoenix. That's where he goes.
I don't use my Phoenix at all.
I love my Phoenix. They're really good.
I mean, I use them versus like Inquisitors if they're on defense, but that's about it.
I'm telling you, if you take a good Phoenix Squad, not even good, just mediocre. Mine is a R3 on my little account, on my baby, because of the Lightspeed bundle. Put on mods, just any amount of speed on them, and at R3 and a R7 Captain Rex, you could take out a Reva.
Oh yeah, because it's all Terminator. Yeah. All right, where
They're
was?
they're just great.
Yeah. And then what squad does he belong to? So they already said it. He works best under Nathano or Maz Kanata leader. They pretty much already said another one. Maz Kanata is the leader, so you wouldn't use Nathano. But I guess until you're waiting for Maz Kanata to be unlocked. Alongside those characters, his crewmate Quiggled and either Infant's Nest or OG Hondo round out the squad. Okay.
I
And
think I'd
then,
go Hondo. He's got way more firepower.
I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't rule out Nest, because Nest could add a little bit to that team that could make it a little bit more difficult. That would come down to play testing and seeing which one actually works better as a fifth. So, all right, what utility does Kix have? He's required at Relic 6 to get GL Hondo. He's a pirate, which means he'll help his squad do well in the Order 66 raid. Obviously, that's like the whole purpose of everything. He will help you take down the increasingly difficult tiers of the pirate era battle, and pirates will have modifier for upcoming galactic challenges. Big surprise there. Already knew that was going to happen. So, Fourier used to say, Nest ramps and with uncapped stacks of profit could be deadly. Yeah. Nest could be really nasty as a fifth. That's why I'm like, don't counter out just yet. So.
Absolutely.
Okay, and then for the basic, we have Rapid Fire Blast. Final text is deal special damage twice to target enemy and grant all pirate allies tenacity up for 1 turn. For each crit hit scored, dispel all debuffs from a random debuffed pirate ally. If no pirate allies were debuffed, a random pirate ally with less than 100% health recovers 5% health, and a random pirate ally with less than 100% protection recovers 5% protection. During Kix's turn, he gains 1 stack of profit, masks 5 for the rest of the battle, and retribution for 2 turns. So that's a pretty good basic.
I like it. I like it.
All right, then we got Special 1 Explosive Response. Final text is Kix dispels all debuffs on himself, deal special damage to all enemies, inflict healing immunity for 2 turns, and steal crit hit immunity, heal over time, health up, health steal up, protection over time, and protection up. If any buffs were stolen, grant them to all pirate allies and reset their duration. For each enemy that didn't have any buffs stolen, Kix gains 1 stack of profit, max 5 for the rest of the battle. If the target enemy is Sith, their cooldowns are increased by 1. Otherwise, call target other pirate ally to assist, dealing 50% more damage. More anti-Sith mechanics.
Normally when they do that, it's less damage. So that's
crazy.
They're going more damage, and then this is again healing immunity for 2 turns, and it's a lot of Sith. That's a lot of anti-Bane.
That's also a lot of buffs.
That is. That's a lot of buffs.
I'm like just so curious how this team is like yes, we can, and this is how I've looked at a lot of kids. You can read the kids all you want and think you understand everything, but by the time like you actually see this in person, like it actually work, this could be a crazy team, you know?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I thought Quiggy was gonna be nothing, but
Just meh.
even with the little bit of gameplay that I've used with him, he's pretty good.
Yeah. I think this team is gonna be a lot better than I think what probably we initially thought when we heard there was 2 pirate teams. And this is essentially like the B team. Like this is not the GL Hondo team.
Which is crazy. I think this has the ability to be like a Bo-Katan
Yeah.
like level.
Yeah.
And for that to be the B team,
I can't even imagine what the A team will look like then. Like I
Mr.
wonder
T.
if they just like were like, these people like are giving us crap for like going pirates. We're gonna show them like that these pirates are gonna do work.
You're gonna want these pirates. You know what? You're all gonna just eat crow and yar.
Honestly, I hope they do that to us. I hope they do.
I do too. I'm so glad I kind of like wailed for these pirates on my big account. I'm excited for them.
You'll have to tell me how it goes. You're gonna have them way before I will. Okay, so we got Special 2 Emergency Med Pack. So the final text for this is revive a random pirate ally with 50% health and protection. If the revived pirate ally is a tank, They taunt for 2 turns. Otherwise, they stealth for 2 turns. All pirate allies recover 10% health and protection. If no pirate ally was revived, reduce the cooldown of this ability by 2. So the only tank pirate is Quiggled, right?
Yes, currently.
Okay. Alright, this ability gains additional effects depending on how many stacks of profit Kix has. Kix loses 1 stack of profit for each effect triggered. 3 plus stacks of profit, all pirate allies recover 30% health and protection. 10 plus stacks of profit, if there are no allied galactic legends, the weakest pirate ally gains damage immunity for 1 turn, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. There's a lot of damage immunity going on in,
And this
like,
kind of
this
keeps him
team.
on the Maz team.
I think
Um,
between this and Maz's kit, obviously we knew Athano and Quiggled were going to work together, but you're not going to want to take this team apart, or at least these core 4, and then you're going to have to figure out a 5th, which, quite frankly, I think it's going to end up
you
being Nest. It could be Hondo, too, because of whatchamacallit, where he does the
he does
handcuff
the
thing.
yeah, he does the arrest, and he has a lot of assisting.
Yeah.
And from what I'm seeing, especially in Maz's kit, I saw a lot of like assistant mechanics.
Mm-hmm. This will be interesting to see how this actually works, like, come time this is released. Alright, then we have unique Republic Medic Corps. So the final text is Kix has plus 20 speed for each pirate ally below 100% health and stealths for 1 turn whenever he falls below 100% health. Limit once per encounter. If Maz Kanata is the leader, all pirate allies gain 20% bonus protection and tenacity up for 1 turn at the start of the encounter. If Pirate King Hondo Naka or Maz Kanata is the ally in the leader slot, the cap for profit is removed for Kix. Okay, so they're giving him an
Oh.
option for Hondo, but you're going to want to keep this, I think, with Maz.
Yeah, because it specifically has up above,
Mm-hmm.
literally the little square they had has a non-GL text in it. So you're gonna want him with Maz anyway.
Between Kix's kit and Maz's kit, there are so many clauses in here that deal with non-GL. So they're definitely trying to differentiate the 2 teams.
Oh yeah, the I do like that they gave him the shout out, but you don't want him with non with you want him on that non-GL.
Then we have whenever a pirate ally is inflicted with healing immunity or shock, Hicks dispels all debuffs on himself, gains speed up for 1 turn and 20% turn meter. He assists himself the next time he uses a special ability. At the start of his turn, pirate allies below 100% health gain evasion up for 1 turn, otherwise, they gain 20% offense for 1 turn. During Kix's turn, his health and protection recovery abilities gain an additional 4% healing once per turn, stacking 20% for each stack of profit on him. If there are no allied galactic legends and there's an active ally, if Kix has 3 plus stacks of profit, the first time each pirate ally would be defeated, the defeated ally is revived with 30% health and protection, and Kix loses 3 stacks of profit. If Kix had 5 plus stacks of profit whenever he revives a pirate ally, the revived ally gains 3 stacks of Endure for 2 turns. Let me read that again. First time. So this is each pirate ally. Not
Yes.
just like the first one. Like, this is each ally.
Uh, Whenever he revives a pet.
That's crazy.
And again, there's that no allied galactic legends. So this alone keeps him off Hondo.
Yeah, because he's not going to do the revives if he's with Hondo. Or at least that's how I read it. He's not going to do this if he's with Hondo.
If there's no GL and there's an active ally,
Well, you'd have to,
if
because
he
you wouldn't be
has
able to revive anybody if there's no active allies.
the first time each pirate, so it's only once per pirate.
Yeah, but that's still 4 revives.
That's absolutely the defeated ally is revived. So yeah, that tells me it's only used if he's not there.
And then we have the new buff Endure. So Endures can't be instantly defeated. The first time this character would be reduced to 1% health. Dispel one stack of Endure and recover 1% health, which can't be prevented.
So
Okay.
for 2 turns, they can't be
Defeated.
defeated at all.
Yeah.
Um, the first turn. Now what? They come back with 30%. If they got a big hit, they would drop to 1. It would dispel and they would recover the 1 health.
Mm-hmm.
So you're looking at 1 turn without being killed physically and then can't be instantly for 2.
Yeah. And then, so it looks like he's going to have a TW Omi. So while in territory wars, Kix gains 20% crit avoidance, defense, and tenacity for the rest of the battle whenever a pirate ally falls below 100% health, limit once per ally. Whenever Kix revives a pirate ally, they gain a bonus turn and 100% offense for 1 turn. Their cooldowns are reset, and if they're a tank, they taunt for 2 turns, otherwise, they stealth for 2 turns. If a pirate ally was unable to be revived by kick, all active pirate allies gain 20% defense, health, and offense stacking for the rest of the encounter, and 20% bonus protection for 2 turns. That's like set. Am I understanding that correctly? So, say you had Quiggold. Quiggold
Mhm.
dies once, he revives. Quiggold dies again. Because he can't be revived again, all the pirate allies gain the 20% defense, health, and offense. And then 20% bonus protection for 2 turns.
Um, Kicks gains it.
No, it says all active pirate allies.
Kicks gains 20% crit avoidance, defense, tenacity. If a pirate ally wasn't able to be revived by kicks, all. So it tells me that if he gains it whenever. Okay, so that falls below 100% health. And then he revives, they gain a bonus turn, 100% offense. Cooldowns are reset.
So basically, the second part of it is after, like, so the first part is when Kix revives the ally. The first time they gain the bonus turn, 100% offense for 1 turn. Cooldowns are reset. If they're Quiggled, they taunt for 2 turns. Otherwise, they stealth for 2 turns. But then so the way I read the second part is the pirate ally was unable to be revived by kick, so that'd be like their second death essentially. All
Uh-huh.
active pirate allies gain 20% defense, health, and offense stacking for the rest of the encounter, and 20% bonus protection for 2 turns. That also, like, so is that going to happen every single time a pirate dies?
Every every time a pirate dies again.
Like for the second time, because the first time they're going to be revived by kicks,
Yes.
and then the
And
second
that's the way
time,
I'm reading it. Bonus
that's
protection.
wow. Okay.
So by the time it even gets to that point where it could possibly be him, you're looking at potentially 80% offense.
Yeah. Crazy. And there's no max stacking here, so yeah, it could go up to the 80%, like you said. And then the last part of it, whenever a pirate ally gains Endure, they gain damage immunity until the start of their next turn, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. That's crazy. And then we
That's
got the good.
I love
We
this.
had the kick cereal. Love it.
Kid tested, mother approved. I love it.
Oh my god, that's great. But I like this Kicks kit. I think
This
between this kit and Maz's, this makes the pirate team a lot more appealing to me.
I totally agree. I love this.
I can't wait to see this in action. I mean, we say this now, then watch, we're gonna be like so disappointed. Oh my goodness. I hope that doesn't happen, but
I haven't been this excited since like the clones though.
really?
Kicks did it. Kicks and Maz, they did it. Okay. Let's go.
Yeah, I definitely like reading Quiggled and Athana's kit. I was like, okay. But I think these two characters just, wow, this is going to be crazy. I hope. I really
I
hope
hope so
so.
too. I really hope. I really want to see the Pirates succeed.
With how much they talked about him and kind of pushing him,
And just how badly the
they
Bad
better
Batch
be
went over.
good. I know. The Bad Batch, I'm just like, I'm just getting him for the raid. Like, I went against somebody set, my opponent set the new Bad Batch team in GAC, and I was like, that was not hard to beat at all.
And then you got that, and they're just not even performing very well right now, unless you have them like R9 with God mods.
Yeah.
It's all or nothing.
Hopefully, these pirates live up to the expectations.
Here we go.
And then the final forum post for the night, game changes and new items. Hey, Holotable Heroes, we have a massive update coming to the Holotable. We will be introducing a brand new item and some fundamental changes to how you power up your roster. Let's get to the first major piece of information, gear and relic changes. Relic at 4 stars. Yes, you read that right. We've removed or drastically reduced star requirements on gear pieces so characters can now reach relic levels at only 4 stars. The only requirement is that applying gear pieces at gear 12 needs a character to be level 85 and 4 stars. I think the only character we've had this happen to was, I think, a long time ago, and it still might be the case. Hux, I want to say it was Hux, was bugged.
I want to say that's the only one. And the fact that you could go Gear 12 at 4 stars.
This is big for early game players and mid game
This,
players.
even anybody who doesn't, okay, so earlier I said that I had a little bit that I wanted to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So this here, what this tells me is if you go and you buy the episode pass and you get that 20 shards, you get to 4 star, right? You could take them to gear 12. And then the next part there, you could get them to gear 12, and then that takes you to the next step of the raid. So you could get 450,000 points. That's 150,000 points each per 5 teams. 150 times 5 is
I didn't even realize
six
that.
750 extra thousand points.
I didn't even realize that. Like, I kind of skimmed through because this was the last post and I didn't have much time before we started recording, so I really skimmed through this one. So that means, yeah, we can use these
So
teams a lot earlier in the raid.
you could potentially take like Kicks day one and use him in the raid.
That's huge for late game, too. Especially like the raid focused guilds. That's huge. And then you're not in like a holding pattern for, because I know one of our bigger complaints was that we're getting all these new characters, but it's going to take us forever to get them up and running. So that makes
And
these
then you gotta wait for the
characters
team. You gotta wait for
so much
everything
usable
else.
day one. That's, I think that's great. That's really, really great.
So that was that little tidbit that I was like, okay, I thought of this, and nobody's really said it.
Yeah. Wow. So we're going to have like a new marquee character and be able to use them in the raid right after we unlock, as long as we can get them up to relics.
And you could
And
take
like,
them right to tier 1.
well, I
Like
don't know
it
about,
doesn't have to be 300 points. You could
yeah.
go for 450.
I don't know about you, but even not spending money to like bring these characters up, I have been able to get all the recent characters up to 5 stars pretty much in the marquee event. So we'll be able to bring 5 stars relic 3. That's still a higher tier in the raid. And that's more points for your guild, more materials. That's
So I
massive.
usually get the characters on my big account to I hoard my crystals and I do the 1200 crystal bundle, and I could generally get them to the point where there's 7 stars at the end. So I could have them at 6 stars, which I could take them up to relic 4 at that point.
I think all mine are either 5-star or 6-star. But that's still huge, and that's very free to play friendly also. Okay, so then the next part of it, which we were talking about a little bit, was new relic star requirements. You can get to relics earlier. There are now star requirements for higher relic levels. So relic 3 requires 5-star, relic 4 requires 6-star, relic 5 plus requires 7-star. So then I would also assume relic 2 requires 4-star, since it says they could start at 4-star. I'm just assuming based off that. This will be retroactive. Yeah. So that's massive for the raid.
That's massive for
Everything.
everything.
Everything. Because, like, so even Datacrons, to apply Datacrons, you need certain relic levels. So a lot of these teams that you'd be like, I normally can't get a Datacron on because I can't get past gear 12 because I don't have my character 7-star, you can use them earlier now too.
Think of also other older GLs and their requirements, or even Hondo. They require a Thano at Relic 3.
Yeah.
Well, you could just have them 4 stars and take them to Relic 3, and you got a Relic 3 Athano. Kenobi requires Ayla at Relic 3.
I wonder if they're going to make like a clause for that, where it's if you're going for Galactic Legend, they need to be 7-star and like
even Havarius says that Athano is required for GL at R3, so 5 stars.
Yeah. I wonder if they're going to put a clause in that, like saying that they're going to have to be 7-star. But if they are able to be like, hey, you can get, you just need literally like 5-star Relic 3, that would be pretty cool.
That's going to change GL farming. Imagine not having to take Ayla. I mean, you're going to want Ayla up anyway to go with Mace Windu. But imagine not like getting GL or Kenobi and not having to worry about Ayla, because you could just take her to Relic 3 and then 7-star when you go for Mace.
It'll be interesting to see how like this all plays out, because I think for GL farming, I can see them adding a clause being like it needs to be 7 stars. But if they just literally go with this new thing of it's only Relic 3 and it only needs to be 5 stars, that's amazing.
Carl Hates CG 2024 just posted long time no see, 2 GLs deep in the same hatred for CG. Could you really say you hate them after this? This is huge.
Especially if they're saying like you only need 5, 6, 7 stars, not 7 stars for GL unlock.
Yeah, the Marshmallow saying that Lord Vader requires our minimum Relic 5. Yes, but there are a lot of older GLs that require a lot of Relic 3. Like, I'm pretty sure SLKR has a couple. Ray has a couple.
Does. Yeah. I mean, there's still
again,
like GLs.
Kenobi.
Like, wasn't one of these characters Relic 3 for Hondo? Was it Athano?
Athano, yeah, that was a mistake on CG's part though. Like, he was supposed to be Relic 5, but they messed up in one of the kit reveals and they posted 3 and they kind of honored it.
Mm-hmm.
So they're honoring their word. They kept Athano at Relic 3. And if you could get Hondo because they kind of messed up at 5 stars, is that really a terrible thing?
I wonder if this now you see more people leave some characters at lower star levels and just bring them up relic wise and just leave them there.
That's my thought. A lot of the like useless characters that people get up, they're just gonna.
Well, but like, let's take the new Bad Batch for example.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So do you like with these updates? If obviously you're gonna use them in the raid, but I think you see a lot of like mid game people specifically. They're just gonna bring them up to 5 stars, leave them at Relic 3 because that's still gonna get them a decent amount of points.
That's for mine. I mean, mine are at Relic 5, and I'm working on getting that on my account. I I probably, if I knew what they were gonna be now, I'd probably keep them at R3 and just take the, what, 900k points?
I'm really curious how this is gonna, and it's kind of what Havorius is saying. This really flattens out the gear slash shard progression. Curious how this will affect the balance for players. That's what I'm curious about. I'm very
Uh,
curious about that.
I'm curious about that too, especially for newer players coming in.
Yeah.
Um, this is gonna catch them up so much quicker, especially with some of the news later on that we haven't even got to.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's
Yeah.
a
Or Tarkin scorching the
Lightspeed.
raid. There's a lot here.
Yeah, again, Scorch. Mine on both accounts are 5, 6 stars.
Mm-hmm.
So now I could take him, relic him, and at least get a decent score with him.
It's also nice you can like at least get started, so you're not just like waiting and then like
Mhm.
all of a sudden you're like, I finally got him to the 7 stars. Now I got to bring him up. It's nice that you can work on them like at your own pace a little bit.
I love that too. And then as you get them, you could have them to relic 3, get them to 7 star, and then take them up, or relic 4 at 6 stars, and then finally take them to 5 and beyond at 7. That's amazing.
Yeah. All right, so then let's get to the new item, the Lightspeed Token (LSTs). Lightspeed tokens are a new consumable that instantly upgrades a character to a specific power level. Think of it like an item that will boost specific characters, similar to the Hyperdrive and Lightspeed bundles. Okay, so basically, yeah, bringing it up to the level. Pretty
I'm
straightforward.
wondering if this is going to replace Lightspeed bundles or if they're still going to use them.
I feel like somebody said recently, have we really even had any Lightspeed bundles?
Not since June.
Okay, so maybe they're trying to phase them out.
And in they're about every 3 months on average. So I wasn't expecting one until at least next month anyway.
Oh,
Probably
Havorius is
September.
saying 3 Lightspeed bundles coming tomorrow.
Uh, did they announce it?
I have no idea. No idea. But this
I
is definitely going to
I
be
don't remember
better than
seeing
the
that.
Lightspeed bundles. This is definitely going to be like more helpful to people who are like lower spenders. Let's go through it more because like I said, I skimmed through this, so I really don't know too much about them. All right, so how they work. LSTs come in 5 tiers. Tier 1, Carbonite, level 85, 3 star. Gear 10, ability level 3. Tier 2, Bronzium, level 85, 4 stars. Gear 12, ability level 4. Tier 3, Chromium, level 85, 5 stars. Relic 1, ability level 5. Tier 4, Erodium, level 85, 6 stars. Relic 3, ability level 6. And Tier 5, Kyber, level 85, 7 stars. Relic 5, ability level 7. Okay.
So Kyber is basically your average Lightspeed bundle. Um, they usually go to 7. Pending the bundle, it'll take you to Relic 3, 5, 7 sometimes. That's basically your average um Lightspeed bundle.
Gotcha. Okay, so then what do we need to know? Don't Hoard, an LST, is tied to a specific list of characters when it's released, and that list will never be updated to include units released later. So there's no reason to save them for future character drop. Additionally, in order for us to eventually remove old and unused LSTs from data, all LSTs in your inventory expire exactly 6 months after the date and time you acquired them. Use them when you get them. Okay, so
So
specifically for older characters, this is saying.
yes, and do not save them. You get it, spend it. It's an older character.
So use it or lose it. Okay, then era locked. Initially, LSTs can only be used for characters from the Legacy era. Everything before the era of apprentices that started on November 19th, 2024 with Hu Yang. Generally, tokens are for units from eras that ended at least a year ago. Okay. So basically everything before Ahsoka.
Yeah, because they say what, Hu Yang specifically.
I want to say Hu Yang was like
Um,
the first one released out of Ahsoka.
I believe he was. So yeah, before Ahsoka, which would include Gungans actually.
Or yeah, they were before that. Yeah, this is gonna be great for like getting those older characters and teams unlocked. All right, so then launch factions. The first LSTs available at launch will be for smugglers and separatists. Excluded units. You cannot use standard LSTs on these type of units: Galactic Legends, Conquest characters, Journey Guide units. This includes TB and raid rewards and capital ships. So that does not include regular ships. So can I finally get my separatist ships on my OG account? That would be amazing.
Looks like it. They don't mention they just say capital ships. They
If
don't
I can
mention
get
any.
those ships, I will be so happy because I just don't want to farm them. Like, why would
I'm assuming
I
they're
don't want to farm
literally
them?
anything smugglers and separatists. So ships, characters,
So I can
whatever.
finally get Hyena Bomber, like higher than like 4 stars.
And also, Avant saying, awesome change for early and mid-game players who don't want to chase older characters. Also for those, think about it. If you have a huge account like 12, like my account right now, my big account at 12.5 million GP. I have a smuggler or like Kira. She's a Rise of the Empire character. Am I gonna farm her? I mean, eventually, because she is a Rise of the Empire requirement, but this at a 12.5 billion GP account saves me all that everything. Like now I could put that material elsewhere and I get a smuggler. You got those Geonosians sitting on your account at gear 12. Could have them at relics.
That would be nice because so one of the teams that we put on defense in my OG guild's TWs is the Geos, and mine are like all just sitting at like gear 12. Like I finally
Hey,
have a reason to work on them.
I'm just saying, Avant, she dies pretty quickly in Rise of the Empire.
And then for Asher, can we do this for ships or am I just wishful thinking? It only says capital ships. So I'm assuming like you can do this on all of the non-capital ships. So Hyena Bomber, Geospy, um, all of them.
yeah. The only one I think that would be out would be the Malevolence.
Well, yeah, because it's a capital ship. So yeah, you're not gonna do Malevolence. And what was it? Smuggler, Separatist? Yeah. So basically, it's only Malevolence that you're not going to be able to get. Um, I think that's great.
Or think about it, this could also be a the Outrider is a smuggler,
Yeah.
and that is a profund profundity
Profundity. Yep.
profundity farm right there.
All right. So then these tokens won't apply Zeta or Omicron abilities. That's kind of expected. Got a useless LST. If you get a token, but all your eligible characters are already past that upgrade level, you can dismantle it for some reward. So then I'm not going to go through this whole table, but this breaks down the rewards and the different tiers, which it looks like you're getting actually some pretty good rewards if it's
And
like
again,
tier 5.
this is if you're just dismantling it because you so if you already have all these characters and you just they're pointless because you have all the smugglers and separatists, then
The
at least you're getting
signal,
material out of it
it's
that's
all
useful.
signal data. Oh my god, that's huge. Signal data, and then the circuit board, bronzium wiring. I am
Bronzium wiring,
constantly,
transistors,
and then the
erodium
heat
heat
sink,
sinks.
all stuff you need. Like, I am going to be trying to get all this signal data. I need that signal data. That's great.
I You'll find okay, this is
Yeah,
my
so
big question.
you'll find LSTs in the store, and as reward for the free episode track and the episode pass, we also plan to use them as rewards in other ways in the future. What other ways?
This is big. I see the smaller account or the smaller LSTs being the free ones. So they kind of have the rankings to them. This is gonna be like your chromium and your carbonite and everything. This is gonna be like the lower ends on the free, and then you go the episode track, and that's gonna be your probably like a rhodium and the chromium ones. And then the store is probably where you're going to get the Kyber ones.
Okay.
I could see it being like an Ascension bundle too.
I can definitely see the Ascension bundle. Alright, updating unit progression to make LSTs work more effectively. We tore down some old walls in the unit upgrade system. Here's a list of restrictions we've removed. Unit level is no longer gated by your player level. Units now have all their abilities unlocked right from the start. Unit ability tiers are no longer gated. Oh, Mo Pills, thank you for the bits. Just scared me because I didn't
Hey,
realize the
Mo.
sound alerts were still on. But
I didn't hear. I mean, I didn't hear it on the stream, but
I
I've got
heard
it
it in my
muted.
ear. How have you been? Hope your gaming is going well. Greetings from a long-time retired Swuggo player. We're doing really good. This is mine and Allie's
Hey,
third episode of this podcast we just started.
and
We weren't
hey, if
expecting
you're
this Tuesday to be crazy.
if you're looking to, this would be a great time to come back.
Yeah. I didn't know you were retired, but I've also been away quite a bit lately, so I hope you're doing well too. But let's see. Where were we? Okay, unit level is
Uh,
no longer Gates ability upgrades. The only exceptions are Zeta and Omicron abilities, which keep their original requirements. Ship reinforcement abilities are no longer gated by star level, and then ship ability upgrades are no longer gated by the cruise gear tier. Not
that is
changing. Capital ship ability upgrades are still gated by the ship star level.
that is amazing.
Molepill sold his account like 3 years ago. No way I'm coming back. I love my sanity. I mean, I can't blame you at all. I don't blame you
I
one
mean,
bit.
I don't blame you, but at the same time, this makes it so much easier to catch up.
But think of the free time that Molepills has
That's
now.
true.
So much free time.
God, they lifted all the so you could be a brand new player coming into this game. Uh, you're no longer tied to level 85 to upgrade everybody. Um, units now have all their abilities unlocked right from the start. Uh, unit ability tiers are no longer gated by unit's gear tier. You just got to worry about Zetas and Omicrons. This is,
Okay, well, we still have like a shortage. At least where I'm at, I have a shortage on Zetas and Omicrons at all times, so.
but notice they only say Zetas and Omicrons. Omegas will be unlocked.
I would expect that, yeah. That makes sense. So it's just helping you like move up quicker.
This is crazy for new players.
I mean, even for people at all points of the game who are unlocking characters, because this is going to apply to all the new marquees.
That too, yeah. Because this now you're just gonna hoard all your Omegas because you're not spending them on Omega abilities anymore. Um, they're just gonna sit there. I'm just gonna stop farming them on my little account. I don't need them on my big.
And then, okay, so we have a few exceptions. So there are 3 specific characters whose ability do not unlock immediately. General Skywalker's leader abilities still need gear 7. I think they had like an exception anyway about journey characters. So General Skywalker is a
They did
journey
say that.
character, so I kind of expected something to be up with him. Marin's special 1 ability still needs gear 10, and Night Sister Zombie's unique ability still needs gear 10. Those are 2 really random characters. Why?
That does I mean, to call out the Night Sisters, that does make Night Sisters like a viable team. Um, Especially Marin. But they're not like game. They're good counters, but they're not like utterly game changing. Like a Darth Bane would be game changing. Um,
Doofy brings out a good point. The paper Night Sister cheese, like that used to be long, long time
yeah,
ago. So that makes sense. Makes sense, but yeah,
zone is to stop paper and cheese. Yeah.
yeah, because there used to be that Night Sister cheese counter. I forgot about that. That was a long time ago. I feel like. All right, so in addition to that, for LST to work well with our current and future systems, many units have had their star unlock requirements reduced to 2-star. The changes are in the table below. So,
This is big.
yeah, I'm not going to go through all of these.
Um, that's a lot of characters. Essentially, anybody who unlocked essentially outside of needing to be Relic 7 or 7-star to unlock them. It's pretty much everybody.
I mean, this is a lot of the old characters, like Hermit Yoda and Wampa being, not really Wampa, but Hermit Yoda specifically as a 2-star unlock is huge.
I mean, Wampa too. That's
Wampa's
a
big, yeah, because then you
er,
can apply the Zetas and the Omicron, so Wampa will be a viable counter early game.
at 2-star.
I don't know about 2-star how well he'd work, but I mean,
I mean,
you give it a
early
try.
on in early on in GAC, you're
I
probably
don't
going to
know.
be up against the same.
I don't know. I don't know about 2-star, but I mean, at that point, I guess you're still getting up to no, because the relics start at 3-star, so you would win them at least 3-star.
You'd still be at least gear 12.
Still, but then you have all the ships and everything too, which is huge. That is a big list of ships and characters. But wait, there's more quality of life upgrades. Oh my god, so many upgrades.
As if this wasn't quality of life as it is.
Here are a few more updates to make your lives easier. Leveling up your units just got cheaper. The credit and ship materials costs have been slashed by 50% across the board. That's incredible.
This, for early game players, is huge. To come
Late
up with
players
6 million.
too. I'm always credit
I mean,
poor.
for late play, how much credits do you have?
I'm always credit poor. So, not many.
I think I'm sitting at like 900 million
What?
credits.
Do you not like buy speed mods from, or
I
not speed
do.
mods, but like mods from the mod store?
I'm picky with my mods, but yes, I do. Avant is at 1 billion.
Y'all are crazy. I don't know how you have that much.
It just hoards up. Like I have so many credits, I could buy all the mods and everything, and I it still doesn't even dent it. Like,
I'm not saying buy
and
all the mods. I'm very picky
and now
about the
you're
mods
telling
I
me
buy.
that, like, I just unlocked Smee and I took Quiggy up to 7-star on Monday. Both of them at 7-star. You're telling me instead of paying 7 million credits, the million to get Quiggy up, and then the 6 for Smee, I'm paying 3.5, and I get to hoard more to spend on mods. Okay.
I am always credit poor, so that's big for me. All right, the next one is if you've earned all
That is
possible.
fair, Rayrock.
What did
He's
Rayrock
calling
say?
me out. Rayrock says that's because I don't move mods for raids or tear. I
Yes,
am a
they
firm believer
cost.
that I am a Girl Scout leader. I am a mom. I content create. I am a teacher. I ain't got time to do that. One, I wouldn't do it anyway because I hate remodding, and two, I just don't got the time.
All right, so
See, even Avant doesn't do it either.
a lot of people don't, unless you're like, it depends where you play a lot of the times if you're ended up mod swapping. Durgan.
Have I won yet? I mean,
That's dirt. He always comes into the chat just asking like if we're doing JC, have you won yet?
Oh,
So that's
oh,
just a
okay,
Durgan thing.
okay. Have you won yet?
But okay, next point is if you've earned all possible rewards for a recurring event, that event will no longer appear on the events table. Oh, so I don't see Radis and what is it, Finalizer again?
Oh
Oh, yeah,
no.
that's the second bullet point. Okay. All right, the first bullet point. This includes all rerun marquee events, fleet mastery events, and proving grounds. Yes, you can finally say goodbye to the Finalizer and Radis events hanging out at the end of your events list. I mean, they don't bother me, but they're always there, and I'm just like, all
Okay.
right, whatever.
You know what? I am gonna say this. CG, you want to do something for me? As a content creator, give me the ability to run those anytime I want after the 7 stars. Like Proving Grounds, I want to make the how-to videos, but I can't do them because I can't do them again. But I could go and run the GL events all I want. I could go and redo all the old
I'll run the
stuff.
proving grounds for you
Let me
next time.
run these so I could create the videos on how to do it.
I'll let you run my proving grounds.
All right. I
I'm basically
appreciate that.
missing every single new character. I just unlocked Ben on the OG account this past time.
Maybe the next star will be Phoenix and then I could do the tie.
All right, so then you can also now sim up to 100 battles at once on campaign nodes as long
Oh.
as you have the energy. This does not change the daily attempt limits on hard nodes. Okay, so you can just use the energy you have instead of be stopping.
I mean, it's nice because it went up to 20, so like
When you had all that like extra energy from the web store or the
double
Kessel run.
drops
Yeah.
when you hoard for those.
So yeah, a nice change. So all right, let's see. A new icon next to the unit's name on every unit detail screen displays the icon for the era in which the unit was released. Tapping slash clicking this icon will create a pop-up with the name of the era as well. Do I really need to know the name of the era?
That one is I don't really care.
Yeah. Unless there's something coming in the future. I don't know. You can now sort your character inventory by relic amplifier level. Okay. We've added new filters to see which characters have upgrades available for Lightspeed Token
That is
application.
nice.
Yes. Relic amplifier level, Omicron ability, Zeta ability, and gear upgrade. The LST is, I think, going to be very
Okay.
useful.
That is a really nice feature, being able to be like, okay, I have a Zeta available. Who could I even put it on? Um,
Mm-hmm.
I could just go see who can even have it, and that's amazing.
Okay, then we have any ability upgrade and unit level upgrade filters are now available for both characters and ships. And then finally, a number of changes have been made to streamline tutorials for new players and let them get into the holotables faster. This includes the creation of 2 new quests granted to all players under level 40. It's a good change for the new players. Whoa, we are excited to deliver this all to you all and cannot wait to hear your feedback as this is the foundation for our next large update coming later this year.
So part one of two.
So this is just the beginning.
This
They're setting
is
us up for some progression. There's something coming, whether it's a mod progression or a Relic 10. They're
my money's
setting
on
us up.
relics.
It's going to be Relic 10, I feel like. They're setting
This
us
has
up
to
to
be
move up quicker. It's got to be.
the progression of new players coming in that could just move up quicker to get rid of all the. You're gonna be going for GLs a lot quicker. You're gonna. This is straight up a Relic 10's coming later this. It has to
It
be.
has to be Relic 10. There's like no doubt in my mind we're not getting Relic 10.
I mean, it could be mods, but I don't see them upping relics and like light speeding everything unless it's relics.
With all the changes they're saying to Relic levels and like the stars and everything they're talking about in this post, I would think it is probably Relic 10 related. Asher saying level 100. I hope not. I don't really see the
I could see
point of bringing
90.
them. I don't really see the point. Like, what's the point?
I mean, I could see 90.
Relic 10, you can see it if you pay attention when you click any character relic levels, as the Gerbil's video pointed out a few months ago.
When you click on them.
I'd have to look into that. Allie says, question,
I'm
how would you guys feel about requiring datacrons for TV or raid or conquest that was said in Swaggo events data mines at one point? I did not see
I
that data mine.
I didn't either. Uh, what data mine was it?
It said it was probably a while ago.
Or Raider that was
But how
said
would
in.
you feel about requiring datacrons for TV or raid or conquest?
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'd be okay with it.
But requiring? That means
Maybe not requiring, but
you're pretty much
being
then not allowed to
able.
use like teams that are not in relics unless you have a focus datacron then.
Yeah. I
I
don't know
don't
about
like
requiring.
requiring.
I'm pretty sure they said that you can equip them. I don't think that like it's just basically the ability to use it more in just than just the arena and GAC.
I wouldn't mind if they're like optional, but I don't like them being required.
Absolutely. I would love it in raid and territory battles and conquest too. Could you imagine conquest with all the modifiers and like Dark Raycron?
Ugh. Well, with this new
Well, I
system of
mean,
getting
it'd
our
be conquest,
three
so it'd
at
be you
5 star,
using
it
her.
could start of that. Don't say that, Owie. Then they'll listen. Don't say that. I hope they don't. I hope it's just not required. If it's optional, that's one thing. But then required, I don't know.
So the ROI on Datacrons is not really good, and that would push a lot of people to invest more into conquest because that's really where you get the investment for them.
Which I could see them trying to push us into conquest. I can totally see
Um,
that.
I could totally see that too, and in I
Well, you
feel like if
figure.
they're trying to do that and tying it everything to that, I just I mean, it's just a lot of money. And Logan, if you're still out here, he could definitely tell you how much it costs, and it's a pretty penny. Um, Tying it everything to that, I think would be a mistake.
Yeah, but then the other thing you're going to have to look at is they're probably looking at statistics of how much people are interacting with conquest. And maybe there's been like a decline in how many people are actively participating in conquest. How many, I mean, people are participating in TV, raid, with them putting now the new relic, like making all the relic changes. I don't know. Required in the sense the content is so hard to force you to do datacrons because if you're doing PvE, you can skip datacrons completely. Hmm.
Mm,
Yeah, they're pretty much then be forcing you to do conquest.
yeah, that's basically what I'm getting out of it. Which I mean, a lot of people really, I mean, a lot of people do that anyway because you want what little datacrons you get. How many Raycrons are there in the game? There's a lot of Ray ones. And in order to do that, you obviously have to get to at least stage 4. And then you just grind it out to stage 4 on day 1 or 2, and then you just spend the energy on it.
It'll be interesting how to see this all rolls out. If we're getting an update later this year, we'll see what
I am
happens.
curious to know what the bigger picture is.
It's Relic 10.
Oh yeah, it definitely. I wonder if it's going to be more of an ease of life though, but it's 100%. It has to be Relic 10.
that's just my impression by this. I feel like there's going to be a mod progression as well, but I definitely think they're setting us up for Relic 10 by making it easier for us to get the higher Relic levels quicker.
So Marshmallow says that it's not gonna change anything conquest wise. They're still calling it quits after the 165 keycard box.
I'll beat you,
So
Marshmallow. My OG account won't do Conquest, period. It never does. I don't have the time to do
okay,
two
this
conquests.
I just finished up two conquests. I am not doing that again. Period. Um, my little account, my OG one, is not going to be doing it again. I will take. I take that back. I will probably try to get to at least. I will probably try to grind out to stage 4 quickly, just to at least keep the data grounds.
Ugh.
And then I'm just gonna be done with it and just call that quits. I am gonna red crate my big account because I can red crate it and I could get the newest tune day one. Like, I don't know, Maz.
I'll be getting Maz Day 1 on the big account, so we'll see. That was a long episode we just recorded now, so there's a lot to go through. We didn't even get to the viewer questions yet. We could probably go through them quick. How many are there?
There's only two.
Okay.
They're pretty quick ones. They're not really about the game.
Oh, okay. Or do you want to do them now, or do you want to save them for like next week?
We could do them now. What's your favorite Star Wars movie?
Personally, I've always just really enjoyed Revenge of the Sith. I also really enjoy Rogue One.
So Rogue One was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It was probably like I went in with like zero expectations for it, and I came out like, what just happened? Like they literally take you straight up to the ending of, or straight up to the beginning of episode 4, and it was amazing. Um, just the story that was told, it was just awesome. I would say my favorite would be Return of the Jedi. As everybody
Classic.
knows, Leia's my girl. Uh, I grew up on it. It's
It's a classic.
awesome. It's a classic. You got the amazing Vader, uh, Luke fight, Leia, the murder bears. Especially as a little girl, you see the Ewoks and you're just like, oh my God.
I still like want to dress my daughter up as an Ewok for Halloween.
You should totally do that.
I gotta find a costume. All the ones I see are like, I'm just like, ugh, I don't really like that.
Or like a little Jawa.
No, I want to do an Ewok.
Ah, Ewoks are adorable. I love Ewoks.
Really want to do one. I just gotta find a costume for her. But okay, well, you said there was 2 questions.
Okay, and the other one, if there is one cuisine, Japanese, Italian, Tex-Mex, etc., you could eat for the rest of your life, starting tomorrow, what would it be?
You go first. I gotta think about this one.
Mine's simple. I'm a little Italian girl. Italian.
Yeah, no, I'm the same way. I'm a little Italian girl as well. What food specifically?
Pasta.
Any specific type?
I like my Alfredo. Um,
Nice.
Chicken, broccoli, Alfredo, just
I love
you.
my raviolis.
Ooh, raviolis. Oh, so good.
Mm-hmm. When I was younger, I used to eat them like I used to pick the cheese out of the raviolis and eat the outside and then all the cheese. Don't judge me. I don't know why I did that.
Hey, no
but...
judgment here. Yeah, oh my God, I love Italian. Definitely Italian. My kids love when I make spaghetti.
Ugh, love Italian food. All right, let's wrap up this recording then. So, you want to take us out?
Yeah, so I hope everybody enjoyed the show. Hopefully, we answered all the questions. If not, feel free to join our Discord. The link will be on at YouTube. If you go to my YouTube, you will find it there, or it's pinned here in the chat. Um, Again, if we are on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, as well as you can catch the rerun of this on my channel anytime. It's uploaded right there. The video, not I mean the audio too, but um, it's got the full video. You can catch the show there, and of course, if you want to watch live, Tuesdays around 9 o'clock on Kate Gaming's channel, K8 Gaming underscore.
Yeah.
And thank you
Thank
all
you.
for coming out.
Yeah, thank you guys for joining and hope everybody has a good day. And we'll see you next time.